Hi Aquarius, welcome to your February 2018 reading with me, Anushka. Thank you very much for joining me. For those of you who don't know, this is my first time doing tarot readings. For you guys, I usually just stick to astrology. Oh, okay. Someone's keen to come out. Yeah, oh, we've got two there. Okay, lovely. All right, so we're starting out on a cups theme already. Okay, Aquarius. Yeah, so this is my first time kind of putting myself out there in terms of tarot, and I'm really loving it. It's lovely to share this gift with you guys because, you know, I've been doing it for a while now and finally feel confident enough to get it out into the world, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, what have we got in store for Aquarius for the month of February 2018? Woo! February 2018. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Just give it one more shuffle. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so the first card that we start with is how you're entering the month. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you can see them all right there. And I'm reading this way up, so it'll be upside down to you guys. So that's how you're starting the month off. This is your environment. This is the people in your environment. Okay, wow. We've got a lot of cup energy going on. You've got two court cards, okay? Okay, and this is like a word of advice. It can be a warning, it can be guidance, okay? And then this is how we're looking at finishing the month off. Okay, so Aquarius, the theme this month is relationships. It's emotions. There is some magic in the air, and there are new possibilities really opening up to you. And I'm seeing the potentiality for a relationship, a new relationship to blossom for you Aquarians who are single. And perhaps even the igniting of or coming to a deeper understanding with somebody that you're already with if you are coupled, okay? So first of all, let's look at this. Okay, so this is how you're starting the month off. So we've got the King of Cups here. Now, I tend to do readings in a multi-layered fashion, so you'll get more than one kind of meaning and one thing from me. But this is how you're starting off the month. So this is telling me that you are, as I said in your astrology reading, you're becoming more emotionally involved with yourself. You're exploring your emotions more. You're becoming more emotionally honest with yourself, and you know, like I said in astrology, you are growing spiritually, you know, and part of that has to do with you becoming more comfortable in the realm of emotions and knowing that you're allowed to feel, that you have every right to express your feelings just like anyone else does. Sorry, just checking my camera because I've been having issues. You're allowed to express your feelings just like everyone else does. So I feel like this is you coming in strong, saying, okay, I feel more in touch with myself. I feel more in touch with my emotional needs and wants. I'm able to be more honest with myself. I'm able to be, I'm taking ownership, you know. This is kind of, you're taking authority over that emotional state, emotional side of you, which I really, really like to see, okay? Now, some of you are coming in with a water sign very much on your mind, okay? Some of you are starting the month with a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer person who perhaps you started seeing, you started dating. It could even be a friend. There's somebody who you're involved with who is either one of those signs, their sun, moon, or rising, or they're very emotionally open. They're very understanding and compassionate. They're quite gentle, okay? And some of you are coming in with a close connection to this person, and I feel like it's a really positive connection that is, I feel like it's teaching you in some ways. They're kind of, maybe without you realizing, it's teaching you that it's all right to sit well with your own emotions and to be open and to allow yourself to be vulnerable. So some of you are starting the month off with this person. Now, it could be someone you've just started dating, in which case what I'm seeing is that there is good energy around you two. There is a possibility of union and partnership, and this person will really understand you on an emotional level. I feel like you'll balance each other out, and this could be a very lovely beginning and union for the both of you. So, you know, those of you who have just started seeing this person, what I see is things going positively, but there are some things to just be mindful of and to warn against. Now, in your environment, we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so this can suggest either somebody, I'm feeling like this is somebody who, this is one of two things. I feel like this is either there is somebody in your environment who is emotionally draining, demanding, somewhat manipulative. They're not necessarily connected to romance. It could be an acquaintance, it could be a family member. I'm feeling like it could be a family member, but somebody who is emotionally immature and somewhat manipulative, and that could be in your environment. Just as far as this person's concerned, stay in your power, stay in your strength. You've done so much growing. Try not to get caught up in the games that they might try to play with you and the ways in which they might try to provoke you. Otherwise, how I'm seeing this is that the reason that you've come to here is because of this. So what I'm saying by that is that you've gotten to this place where you've had to grow spiritually and emotionally and mentally, because in your environment, I'm sensing there was some sort of a shake-up, there was some sort of a, maybe a breakup, there was some sort of involvement with somebody who maybe themselves wasn't that emotionally balanced, somebody who had their own emotional difficulties, okay? Maybe you both kind of bounced off each other, you both may have provoked each other, but I feel like this sense of power and place that you're coming to is as a result of having undergone some emotional stress in your environment, either related to family or romance. Okay, for those of you who are coupled, I feel like, you know, it's the same kind of thing as well, but I do see things becoming more positive. Now, you have the opportunity this month, and, you know, I'm going to say, not just this month, you know, going forwards, I want to say, you know, longer than just this month. You know, I love the Magician. You have the opportunity to create and manifest what it is you truly want out of thin air, should you choose to take it. I know that might sound a little bit wishy-washy, but you really do. Now, you've got Pluto and Saturn working hard for you in your 12th house, and it speaks to me of manifesting your inner dreams, manifesting things that line up with who you now know yourself to be, from this place of strength, from this place of knowing your true emotional needs, from this place of being able to be vulnerable and open with yourself, let alone with others. So you're coming in and there's potentiality to manifest. And I'm also thinking that for those of you who have recently started dating somebody and it's this King of Cups, I'm feeling like the two of you could create really amazing things together. Now, it might be that this is someone you're collaborating with on a creative in a creative sense, but you know, it might not be that. It might also be that it's somebody who, you know, comes into your life, a friend or even a lover, and together you're able to, oh, let me put this back. Together you're actually able to, you kind of feel this sense of we're stronger together than we are apart. And there's this excitement that you can actually make your dreams come true. You know, that you can actually pursue the things you really want to pursue. And the Ten of Rods here is telling me, take the lessons, the wisdom that you've gained. Take the wisdom that you've gained and all of this new knowledge that you have about yourself, all of this growth that you've done. And really, it's quite straightforward, Aquarius, you know. The power is in your hands, and I mean, it always is, right? But I feel like you've let go of so much stuff that was weighing you down, right? I feel like you just dropped so much baggage, and you've done major energy clearing, like a lot of the signs have, and now you're being told, okay, well, you have the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom of your years. What do you want to create? Okay, and this can be what instigated the growth, okay? So this is, I'm thinking, somebody who you really might have loved, or somebody who you have a very deep connection with. So it could be family, you know? But nonetheless, the relationship was very unhealthy. It was emotionally maybe abusive, manipulative, unfair. It was maybe one-sided. I'm not saying in whose favor, you know, but that's what I feel has promoted this growth, and that's what I'm getting from this, okay? So I really like this for you. Also, the Four of Cups here is telling me that you're no longer, I feel like this situation and whoever this is, even if this is someone who's currently in your life, you're no longer focusing on, how can I put it? You're seeing now the gift in what this situation brought about. Every cloud has a silver lining, and in every hardship there is a lesson. There's the opportunity for us to grow. And you're seeing that now, and you're going, okay, do you know what? I'm not going to dwell on the past and be upset about it or hurt about it anymore. I'm going to take that cup. I'm going to take the gift that lay within this lesson and in that experience in order to move forward. And that could be with a new love who's about to enter your life, or who has already entered your life, or a new friendship, something that will be very beneficial, mutually supportive, and you're going to feel really emotionally nourished by this person, okay, if they're not in your life already. Now, we've got the Queen of Swords here, you know, in your kind of outcome, and this really, Aquarius, is you, right? So reverse is making me think that there might be some indecision here on some hand. So for some of you, if there is a new relationship that comes into your life, I feel like you're weighing up whether you're ready for it, whether you want it, if that's the direction you want to go in, okay? You're feeling a little bit unsure, you might be a little bit nervous because of past experiences. I would just say to you, make sure that you're not making your decision as to whether to commit to this person. Don't make sure that it's not coming from a place of fear. It's not coming from a fear of experiencing, you know, what you experienced last time, or a fear of, you know, make sure that your decision is coming from a place of love, whether it's I love myself more than the need to get in a relationship, you know, or whatever it is. Make sure it's coming from love rather than fear, okay? Because I'm just seeing a bit of indecision as far as you're concerned. I mean, at worst, this can have you playing at your worst. So there are some things to be avoided here this month, you know. I feel like there's a lot going in your favor, and I see you closing doors on certain things, right? And being able to move forward and really having the power to manifest your dreams. I really do feel like that, okay? Being far more aware of who you are. But allowing fears of the past, fears of past experiences, or allowing, if this is somebody who is in your life right now, a family member or somebody who you find to be very overbearing and emotionally demanding, try not to let that throw you off your stride, okay? Try not to let that make you become, try not to let that get you twisted and showing up in this upside down nature, because at worst this can make you start to become manipulative and start to become selfish, because you're dealing with somebody who's being quite selfish themselves, okay? So don't react by mirroring that behavior. It could be a partner. I'm not seeing so much work. I'm feeling like this is somebody who's either in your past, it's a past relationship, a past experience, or it's somebody who's in your present right now in terms of family or acquaintances. Don't allow yourself to mirror their behavior, because you have so much energy at your disposal, and you know you're coming in strong. You are coming in strong. This represents you in the reading up here, but at the same time this could also be somebody else, okay? So you're coming in strong. So I'm seeing, all in all, really positive cards for you here, okay? It may be that some of you have a few people that you can choose from, and that's where the indecision's coming from. Maybe there are a few people who are finding Aquarius quite attractive right now. I mean, it is your birthday month. Venus is in your first house, so it tends to make us more attractive. So it could be that there are a few people in your environment who are coming up as potentials to date. I would say to you, trust your intuition. One of them could turn out to be fairly manipulative and perhaps have some issues with codependency and things like that. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here, but one could also be very suitable, but maybe that's why you're thinking, I can't quite make up my mind, okay? But this does speak to me of codependent relationships, and just, you can't be in your power whilst also feeding into codependent relationships. So just be aware of that, okay? We want to have firm boundaries. We want to be able to maintain our sense of personal power in our relationships. But certainly there is potential for new love here. For those of you who are already coupled, I feel like there is a potential for you to start, you know, like this card, it's like being in a relationship and you're getting to the point where you're taking each other for granted and you're not seeing the blessings in the relationship, and you're not seeing the value in the other person. So reverse is telling me you're starting to see the value. So for those of you who are coupled, I feel like the best thing you could do is start to relate on an emotional level again, and speak about what your needs are and what you expect from each other, what you need, what you want from each other, and how you can give to each other more. The theme for those of you who are coupled is really about what can we both give to this relationship, okay? And I see that working out really positively for you. But all in all, Aquarius, this is a good month. As long as you don't allow yourself to get caught up in any manipulative or codependent situations, or you try and stand your ground with people who are coming up this way, you know, because sometimes we have no choice. You know, people are in our family, we have to deal with them, and we love them, but we don't necessarily love the way they behave all the time. Make sure, I feel like you already know this, but make sure that you are standing in your strength. You're not allowing yourself to get pulled into this, because otherwise there's a danger that you're going to end up mirroring that behavior, okay? And that would be the worst case scenario, okay? At best, this is just a little bit of indecision, but worst case scenario, this is you starting to mirror somebody in your environment who's provoking you because they're coming from a place of emotional immaturity, you know, which you don't really need to do, because like I said, you've done so much growing, and I see manifestational energy here. I see you guys going on voyages. I see you guys going after your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I see you really, like, I'm seeing Aquarians going on, hopping on planes and backpacking around the globe and just following your passions and throwing caution to the wind to a certain extent and saying, I'm doing me now, okay? And I love that. But you can't do that if you're going to get caught up in that kind of energy, okay? So that's what we want to do. We want to turn this around so that we're coming in with all of that experience and wisdom, with that passion, okay, with that manifestation ability, and with you, you know, upright, standing in your power, connected to your emotional state, okay? And for those of you who this is somebody who you're getting with, I think from what I can see, this is positive, unless you allow yourself to get to worry or get caught up in dynamics that relate to your past relationships rather than seeing this person with fresh eyes. Okay, Aquarius, there we go. That is your reading for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it resonated with you. Please feel free to check out your moon and rising signs as well as your sun sign. I find that my moon sign really connects with me, but then I'm Cancer moon, so I mean that is pretty strong, you know, because the moon does rule Cancer. So yeah, I hope that was of help, and I will speak to you guys next month. Much love. All right, take care. Bye-bye.